Standard disclaimer. Ezekiel Elliott is really good. He's about as good as it gets at running back. He's an incredible player. He's great. We got that? Great. Okay, now let's talk about how Zeke's contract is not the one anybody should be worried about. It's great. He's holding out. He's going to get here eventually because he's going to want his money, and people don't like to lose their money. So Zeke's going to be here. Don't worry about it. His contract isn't the one we should care about. The contract we should be caring about right now is Amari Cooper. Michael Thomas gets $20 million a year. Cowboys don't want to go to $20 million a year. I don't know what the final number is going to be, but that's the one that they need to be pushing. That's the one that they need to be moving forward. If you guys heard today on 105.3 The Fan, I was on with the Ben and Skin show for a little bit because I was doing a little research project. I think my thoughts on running back value are pretty darn well established. Zeke right now, when he gets to camp, he's going to be awesome to have on the team. He makes $3-point-something million. That is phenomenal. Give me the best running back in football at $3-point-something million. Give me the best running back in football in his 5th year next year. That's fine. It's a really big number for a running back, but whatever. They can afford it, right? They can afford to sign him long term. I don't care. But he's not the one that matters right now. Amari Cooper is the one that matters. Dak's the one that matters for that matter, although we'll get into that one either in a different video or here in a second. The research project that I wanted to do is I wanted to find a team to be comparable to the Cowboys situation, because we kept talking about, hey, Kareem Hunt's gone, Chiefs don't miss a beat, or Melvin Gordon's gone, doesn't really hurt the Chargers, Steelers lose Le'Veon Bell, doesn't hurt their offense. And the answer I keep getting back from people is, well, that's Ben Roethlisberger, and that's Phillip Rivers, and that's Pat Mahomes, and they're incredible, and Dak's not in that class. Okay, great. So I wanted to find a team with an average quarterback, or even worse, and I wanted to find a team with a superstar running back, and I wanted to find a team with a legit number one receiver, and try to find that squad and what happens when certain people are gone. So I went with the Giants. And I'm going to talk about one nerd number a little bit here. You could use quarterback rating. You can use whatever numbers you want. But the number that I like the best when we're talking about quarterback play is adjusted net yards per attempt. So if you throw touchdowns, that's good. If you throw picks, that's bad. We get your yards per attempt in there. And we've got one nice little number that encompasses what happens on average when you drop back to pass. The Giants. Eli Manning. No one would dispute that he's league average. Maybe a little bit worse than league average. So I want to start in 2013. Eli Manning, his adjusted net yards per attempt was 4.55. That's horrendous, by the way. League average was 5.9 net yards per attempt, and he was at 4.55. That is horrendous, 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 and awful. Eli was awful. Their passing game was awful. Their offense was awful. 2014, Odell Beckham shows up. Eli Manning's yards per attempt, 6.67. The league average is 6.1. Suddenly, Eli Manning is above average because Odell Beckham showed up. His number one receiver showed up. 2015, 6.74 net yards per attempt. The league average is 6.3. Once again, Eli Manning above average all of a sudden. He's got Odell Beckham. Sweet. 2016, he's at 6. The league average is 6.2, so he's just below league average. 2017, Odell Beckham only plays 2 games. Only starts 2 games. I think he played a couple snaps in 2 other ones, but he starts 2 games. Eli Manning, adjusted net yards per attempt, 5.1. League average is 5.9. Suddenly, Eli's trash again because he lost his number one wide receiver. Oh my gosh, that's shocking. 2018, Saquon Barkley shows up, but Odell Beckham plays 3/4 of the games. And does Eli suddenly become awesome because he's got his number one receiver and he's got a really special running back? Holy cow, he should be the best quarterback ever. 6.21, just below league average, right back where Eli Manning lives. He's got his number one receiver. That's where his number's going to be. That's the guy he's going to be with that receiving core. The running back ain't it, guys. He ain't it. Stop. I'm not worried about Ezekiel Elliott's contract. He'll show up because he's going to want his money. If they sign him to an extension, fine. I won't throw a fit about it. I'll say I disagree with it in terms of team building, but I'm not going to throw a fit about it. But let's focus on the contract that really matters. Don't let the holdout distract you. Amari Cooper's contract is what matters. And Dak's not special in this regard. I'll do that in this video. We'll do it in this video. I won't do another one. Because everybody talks about, like I talk about, I think Dak Prescott is somewhere between 12 and 17 right now. Quarterbacks in the league. Is he elite? Nope. He's right there, league average. That's where he is. That's where his QBR puts him. That's where his adjusted net yards per attempt puts him. That's where he is. He's a league average quarterback right now that is hopefully getting better and better. Year 4, a lot of times people make a jump. Hopefully he does. But yes, if you take Tyron Smith away, it was disastrous. If you want to say taking Zeke away hurt him, they were 3-1 in the games when Tyron got back, but fine. I won't fight you too hard. If you downgraded his running back, sure, we'll say it hurt him a little bit. Without Amari Cooper, they couldn't get the job done and they weren't going to make the postseason. So yes, Dak needs help. If you're terrified about paying a guy $30 million, $30+ million because he needs help, that means there's like 4 guys in the league that you're comfortable paying at quarterback. And that's the league. How many guys without help around them are going to just carry your squad? Tom Brady, Drew Brees, who even when he didn't have the right staff went 7-9. Aaron Rodgers just missed the playoffs. I know he was a little banged up and not quite the same guy, but Dak is most quarterbacks, and that's why you got to keep him. You're in a Super Bowl window. You got to pay your quarterback because you're in a Super Bowl window. You got a great roster with a chance to win. Don't worry about the Zeke holdout. Don't worry about it. That ain't the contract. That's not the one. The bad part is, and this is why it's good, he's going to show up and he's going to play. That's what he's going to do. Because if you really weren't going to, yeah, it hurts you. Because you weren't ready for it. You don't want to go into a season with Alfred Morris and Tony Pollard as your 1-2 punch. It would push the limits on my theory. Like, I don't believe in running backs don't matter. I believe as long as you're prepared and have time to replace a star running back, that you can do it. And that you can get most of that production at a much lower figure. And Will McClay told us. He said it right to your face. They're looking for every dude they can that doesn't make much that can contribute to their team. And then, when you see how much money you've got to pay the guys that you need to keep, you pay those guys. I'm not worried about Zeke. He'll be here, he'll play, and he'll be great. I'm worried about getting the Amari Cooper deal done. So get it done, Cowboys. Got it? All right, everybody in the comments today, I want you to leave your favorite hoofed animal. Your favorite hoofed animal. No, your favorite piece of a chicken. Leg, wing, thigh, breast. Maybe even your favorite place to get it from. I just got done at Popeyes. All right, see you guys. Tolo, love you. Hit the subscribe button. Check out 1053thefan.com every day or else.